Welcome to my channel. My name is Jago Lee. I am in Bogota, Colombia. I decided to kind of give you just a neighborhood type walk around to kind of share, images of the neighborhood day and night. I'm in the Chapinero neighborhood of Bogota. Chapinero area runs from 39th Street to about 100. The areas I be walking pretty much, especially during the daytime, is between, around 50, 57 or so to about 81 Street, or Calle 80, Calle 81 or 2 Street. So anyway, if this is your first time, please consider subscribing. And if you are subscribed, please like or dislike, whatever you like, but please check something. I get a lot of views sometimes, and sometimes people don't, even like or dislike. That would be nice if you can do one of the two. So anyway, again, I'm just kind of walking around and kind of sharing the area. Right now, it's about 60 degrees, maybe 62. No, 64 this particular day. Just kind of sharing the area. Right now, around 64th or 63rd Street, headed on Carrera 11. In this part right here. Actually, I was on Carrera 13 before, but now this is Carrera 11, headed towards 81st or 82nd Street. But again, I just want to kind of show you what the street looks like, what the neighborhood looks like, heading there. Give you an idea of what it looks like. It's a really, it's a busy street. It's actually a one-way street, Carrera 11. And of course, I'm headed north. It's a lot of little mini restaurants, really shops on this particular street. You can see just like a lot of streets in Colombia. Now, one thing I have noticed as I walk north on this particular street, I notice how less and less graffiti you see on the buildings. Now, this is right here, I think around 67, I think, maybe not 70 yet, but 67 maybe. And you can see it just, you still see the graffiti on the buildings, but not as much. This building, I'm not even sure what it is. I thought it was a restaurant, but it looked like, and at first I thought it was some type of funeral home. When you see people standing around all in just kind of dark clothing, I'm assuming it's some type of, I don't know. It may be just a restaurant and people waiting to get in, but this is like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, so I'm not even sure why so many people are standing out there, but it's a really nice, clean street. You see more high-rise building. Well, not high-rise, but just bigger buildings going up the street here. It's a lot cleaner than where I came from, around the 60s, around 58, 59th Street. That's when you know that things are changing as you go north, at least on this portion of Chapinero. I'll be staying primarily in the Chapinero area. Again, this is a video of day and night. I'm showing you the daytime, and then I'm going to switch to night, and then I talk about night when I get to the night portion of it. It's a beautiful church right here. And that's actually a little mini, like a small mall right beside it. I'll make sure I put it down in the comment what it is. Can't think of it right now, but it's a nice, beautiful church and a nice mall. Look at that road right here. I think I'm at 70, maybe 72. I'm really guessing right now, but I think it's at 72. You can see the mountains in the background, which is always beautiful as a backdrop. One thing about one thing I'm learning by by being in the city, the last couple of weeks, is that you have to really be careful on the crosswalks, because I'm telling you, not the crosswalk, but the bike path, because I'm telling you, you'll run right into a bike in a minute. You know what I mean? I've had plenty near misses, just walking across the street. I guess it's the Colombia thing, but you know what? I actually noticed it's in Mexico and Ecuador, where at the intersection you have some type of entertainment. I'm getting closer to 80th Street. What is this right here? I think it's about maybe still in the 70s. behind that wall right there, I guess they have like events. I think there was some type of, over the weekend, was type of bull something. I'm not sure what it was. Again, I've done a grocery store video on Carruthers. They all over, especially in this area. They all over. I mean, as you can see, it's pretty small. You know what I mean? But I guess it serves the neighborhood, and that's all that matters. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be mega big because there's so many of them. You don't necessarily need to have a large, store like that. So. It's like they have these little precincts right at a lot of the parks. I noticed, throughout the area. So, substation or whatever they call them, but they like little police station. I don't know if this is the apartment building or some type of office building, but I like this little pool, this widening pool right in front of it. You know what I mean? Kind of give it a reflecting pool right in front of it. So it's kind of nice. Again, this particular day, I actually was heading to the mall, but. Obviously, the mall is not in this video. Actually, that's a separate video. Hopefully, you had a chance to check out the mall, Andino Mall. All right, so let's switch over to nighttime. Actually, this is a Carrera 13. Again, I decided to kind of just check it out, see what it's kind of like at night. It's about 54 degrees at this time. Stores are still open. This is about 7:30, 8 o'clock time frame. This is actually on a Saturday. So, these stores right here are actually being closed up. So it's not like they were open and they closed. But some places start closing at 6, 7 o'clock. Especially during the middle of the week. Sometimes things are closing at 6 o'clock, but most places stay open till at least 7 o'clock. Now, I don't know how long they stay open altogether, but again, this is Saturday, so they may actually stay open later. As you can see, I'm struggling with this umbrella because it's about to rain, which is just, again, you can't leave out without your umbrella. And then it just suddenly stops. So, I don't know. That's just the way it works right here. This is around 64th Street. I'm crossing 64th Street, still on the Carrera 13. Walking toward Avenida Caracas. I think the 64th or 65th Street. I'll make sure I put the right street number here. You can see, people seem like it's just a casual walk. Some people obviously are headed somewhere, but there's other people who are just walking like a stroll, like this couple right here. They did some shopping and now they're strolling back home, I guess. You know what I mean? So, well, I think it's not a couple. It's a couple and a son. I think that's the son and the mother kind of walking hand and arm in arm. Right here's a casino. I was going to turn the camera towards this casino, but they had a lot of guards sitting there, so I didn't want my camera to be. Didn't want to be exposed. So I just say, you know what? I'm just going to kind of just keep going. There's plenty of casinos. It seemed like they're. Now that I walked around at night, I've seen more of them. I don't see them as much during the daytime because some of them are in little corner type places. They're not grand as like that particular place. This is the Avenida Caracas. You see that's where most of the main buses and the main millennial stations are located along this major this major road here. I didn't go across the street. I think the last time I took you across the street when I actually went to the mall, Galleria Mall, I took you across the street on the 57th Street towards Galleria Mall. Now, as you can see, look at all this trash, and it's like that all the time. I'm not understanding where these bags are coming from, or people just dropping them off from these stores or what? Now, on this part of the street, unlike Carrera 13, it seems to be a lot of, they call them casa comercial, house of, commercial house, but they're like pawn shops. And there's a ton of them on this street right here. But they always seem to be empty. I mean, there's so many of them, and they have a lot of stuff, right there at the window behind, I don't want to say bulletproof glass, but just glass. But you definitely can't walk in. Anything you need, you have to kind of ask for. You know what I mean? If you need an old typewriter, you need to see it through the window, and the person, behind the counter would pick it out for you. You know what I mean? So there's just so many of them on this part of the street. I mean, I guess maybe this is the zoning for the pawn shop district. I'm not sure what's going on with that. So, but there's a lot of. Here's one right here. This one's open, I think, like 24 hours. So some of them, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm not out that late. So to see if at least on this street, to see what's going on that late at night, to see if they truly open 24 hours. But obviously that one had a sign that said it was open 24 hours. During the daytime, this is a really, really busy road. This is my first time actually walking this side of the street this time of night, because I wasn't sure if it was just busy or dead or what. I mean, 8 o'clock on a 7:30, 8 o'clock on a Saturday night. I mean, I guess it could be busier. You know what I mean? I guess it's, at that time of night, I guess it's about as busy as it's going to be. So I guess if you need to travel somewhere, and then you're taking a taxi or something like that, maybe this is the best time to take a taxi, because you can always get around pretty easily, because it's not really that busy at this time of night. But during the daytime, it can be, well, you know what, now that I think about it, I've never seen just back up traffic on this, even during the daytime. So maybe it's this part of the Chapinero is not so busy. You know what I mean? Other parts may be a different story, but this part is not. Well, I mean, I'm only out like after 10, 11 o'clock. So, maybe after 10, 11 o'clock, before 5, 6 o'clock, it's not so busy. And of course, after 7:30 o'clock, and on weekends, not so busy. Yeah, I actually made another left back towards, again, Carrera 13 and Avenida Caracas kind of run parallel with each other, and only a block separates them. So I'm actually made a left. I'm headed back toward Carrera 13, kind of go the other direction. Some parts are busier than others. It seemed like from like 58 to 64, super busy. And from, I don't know, 57 to, 58 to, 54 is not as busy, but still busy enough, you know what I mean? So I'm actually going to kind of go back to Carrera 13 and just kind of see what it's like at nighttime, going, the opposite, going south on this particular street. Again, look at that bike path, man. Sometimes I try to dodge cars crossing the street, and then I have to think about it twice, like, oh man, don't get hit by a bike, because they're coming from both directions. The bikes are not in the middle of the street. The bikes have to use the bike lane. So I need to try that fruit, that guana. I can't think of the name right now, but I need to try it out. I mean, it's kind of a national fruit, and you see the whole store full of it. So I need to try it out one day. So I'll definitely do that before I leave here. You know, they've actually been out, these kids and family to the left, you know, they've been kind of practicing doing their street thing, by practicing, I guess raising money pretty much all day. I actually saw them earlier today. So, of course, you got to get to KFC that sells ice cream. That must be a Latin America thing for the KFC to sell ice cream. They don't sell ice cream in the States. Quito, if you're watching, you're still the number one KFC city, I mean, a country in the world, or at least in Latin, the Americas. So, you know what I mean? So, you know, I decided over here I'm gonna go across Carrera 13. But I'm not sure what's going on here. If you're from this area, kind of explain what I see this a lot. I don't know if they're picking up trash. I don't know if they're collecting cans. I'm not sure what they're doing. But I see a lot of these little, you know, these little carriages pulled by people. You know what I mean? Some are much bigger than that. You know, so. Yeah, on this corner, this is, I think, is 55 or maybe 53. I'll make sure I put the right street. But at the corner of 53 or 55 in Avenida Caracas, there's a large Escito, or Escito. I have not been in there yet. It looks pretty big, so I need to check it out just to see what's in there. Maybe I'll take you in there and just share what's, you know, if I can bring my camera in there and just share what's in there. So it's a pretty big Éxito, I mean, from what I can see from the street. Look like this is the actual, the one that was on Carrera 13 is a small one, just sells nothing but just sells nothing but just clothes. But this one seems to be a full Éxito. I'm back at Caracas, Avenida Caracas, heading back towards my Airbnb, or where I stay at. So, it seems lively, doesn't it? Looks better at night, though, I tell you that. I mean, I wonder what it's like at 11 or 12 o'clock. I won't be testing it out, but I wonder what it's like at 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock at night, this part of the street, you know what I mean? Because there's a lot of clubs in this area. They're hidden, you really don't see them, but they're probably, a lot of them are located, you know, on the top floor of a building, or, you know, they're just kind of nondescript during during the daytime. So, again, there's some more of those commercial, those casa comercial, or those pawn shops, as I call them. Which means that it seems like they're more, which I'm wondering, is this a place where a lot of, you know, items that are stolen, I guess, I don't know. The pawn shop, that's the way it works anywhere, you know what I mean? But I'm just wondering, I rarely ever see people during the daytime or nighttime. 'Cause I've walked on this, at least early in the daytime or early in the evening. I'd rarely see people attend them. You know what I mean? But they seem to be really busy. I mean, well, they're making money, obviously. And it's fact. One went up overnight right across from me. You know what I mean? Just like that. It's like, okay, we need to go ahead and do a build out, and they did it at 9 o'clock at night. The sign, put in the glass doors, everything, and all of a sudden the next morning they were open up, just like that. I mean, like clockwork. It was an empty space, painted and everything, all within a few hours. It was amazing. They just opened up just like that. So, again, if this is your first time, please consider subscribing, and please like or dislike. YouTube will reward us when people, give their opinion by liking or dislike. I get some views, but sometimes people are not putting their likes or dislikes. So it'd be nice if you do that. So again, this is actually a little drugstore right here. It's a lot of those little kind of corner type drugstores like this, where you just. Actually, I was trying to check out this little store because I didn't notice it before. A lot of stores you don't notice during the daytime, and you just happen to see it at night. You know what I mean? Because everything else is closed. So anyway, that's why I kind of went back. But again, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. I know it's not a tourist site or anything, but sometimes people just like to see what's going on in the neighborhood in other cities, and I like to do that too. So I tend to do what I like to do, and that's why I share what I like doing. Hopefully.